उसमें एक चीज थी कि एक भिखारी है, वो गवर्नमेंट के पास जाता है, सन्यासी के पास जाता है, अलग अलग जगह जाता है, भीख मांगता है, शांति की भीख।
Has no idea on the date that this is happening. No. I am going to start book because, as you know, everyone's now getting. Yeah, so I'm going to pause everyone. So Subhash bhai, so I'll be interpreting in English. So
Okay.
Subhash, I asked Subhash bhai, like, how did you come into Gyan? He was sharing his experience. So he had his elder brother. He's in the military, and he works in a high position in the military. And then he had this personal experience that he goes to different temples to have peace of mind, and he had this. He had a chance to visit Mount Abu, and when he visited Mount Abu, he made its determined thought that this is very beautiful and this is very helpful, and I'm going to start a Gita Pathshala in our house. Subhash bhai.
तो जैसे जैसे वो आए तो वो एक प्रदर्शनी का किताब था, उसमें एक पिक्चर था। उसमें ये था कि एक भिखारी है, वो गवर्नमेंट के पास जाता है, सन्यासी के पास जाता है, और व्यापारी के पास जाता है, शांति मुझे चाहिए, शांति चाहिए, लेकिन उसको कहीं भी शांति नहीं मिलती। लास्ट में एक पिक्चर है वहाँ कि एक ब्रह्मा कुमारी बोलती है एक ही परमात्मा है, वो आपको शांति दे सकता है। और उस
so he saw he went so most of you might have seen this picture in Indian book on the in the 7-day course. One of the pictures is there is a person in the center, a normal person who is stuck in a lot of vices, and around the vices he works in a he works in an office where he is influenced by the peers and influenced by the vices and all of that stuff. And then on the picture next to it, there is a picture which says like there's a Brahma Kumari sister who is telling you'll really find the peace only from the one. So he saw that picture.
तो जैसे ये परमात्मा से उनको शांति मिली, शांति की शक्ति मिली या शांति की भीख मिली, उसके बाद नेक्स्ट पिक्चर में था कि वो भिखारी लक्ष्मी नारायण बन जाता है। तो मेरे अंदर थॉट्स आया कि जब भिखारी है वो लक्ष्मी नारायण बन सकता है तो हम क्यों नहीं बन सकते। जस्ट छोटा था, उसी सब से माइंड में ये सोच निकला।
Beautiful. So Subhash bhai is telling that when he was looking at the picture book, it's like more like a cartoon book, right? So as he was going through that pictures, he saw that, oh, this is the person who is stuck in so many vices, so much weaknesses around. And then on the picture next to it, it says that if you follow through the Raj Yoga steps from vicious, you'll become like Lakshmi Narayan, right? And when he saw the picture, he's saying like, if a vicious person like this can become a Lakshmi Narayan, how come I can become that? So that is the thought he had in his mind.
तो यहाँ से मेरी जर्नी शुरू हो गई। तो मैं करीब 5-6 साल सिर्फ हम लोग ऐसे मुरली आदि देखते थे, सुनते थे, लेकिन माउंट आबू का आने का मौका मिला नहीं क्योंकि अब बहुत छोटा था मैं। तो मैं सबसे पहले 1983 में माउंट आबू आया था, 10th का एग्जाम पूरा करके।
So he was very young when he got this knowledge. It is like, if you can imagine, he might be around 9-10 years old when he got this knowledge. And for 4 to 5 years, he was just going to the center and then listening to the Mudlis there. And he got a chance to go to Mount Abu in 83, right?
Yes, yeah, yes. 83. Yeah. 83. आज जब पहली बार मैं यहाँ आया तो मैं तो छोटा था तो सेवा का चांस नहीं मिल रहा था। तो मैंने कोशिश किया और अचानक एक बहुत बड़ा ग्रुप आया माताओं का और अनाउंसमेंट हुआ कि सेवादारी की आवश्यकता है। तो मुझे उस समय सेवा का चांस पहली बार आया और फर्स्ट टाइम ही 2 मास रहने का चांस मिला इधर।
Beautiful. See, he just completed his 10th class, and after that he got a chance to go to Mount Abu for the first time. But he always wanted to do the service in Mount Abu, and then he was not getting much chance. He was young and not much help is needed at that time. And at that trip, There was a lot of Matajis, in kitchens. Most of you who have been to Mount Abu, you'll see there is a huge line of Matajis doing the service. And then they said that we need some extra hands, brotherly hands who can help us out. And that is when he got a chance to stay there for 2 months. Can you imagine 2 months in Mount Abu, first trip? He ended up staying.
और उसी समय मुझे सभी जो दादियां है वो फर्स्ट टाइम, मतलब मनमोहिनी दीदी से लेके सारी जो दादियां है वो मिलने का अवसर मिला। और जब मैं 2 मास पूरा हुआ, जब मैं वापिस जा रहा था तो मैं बहुत बहुत रोया यहाँ से जाते समय।
So you should definitely listen to his further experiences with daddies. So he was telling in 83, you can just imagine there is only Panda Bhavan and not even Om Shanti Bhavan, right?
Om Shanti Bhavan start,
it was just
Shurwat.
started. It was just starting at 83, and that is when Didi was there. Didi is known for her drishti, her powerful stage. All you have to do is you just meet her, your stage will just get elevated. That kind of soul she is. And Didi was there, Dadi Prakashmani was there, all the daddies. He got us so much love in those 2 months. And when he was leaving, he didn't feel like leaving. The tears were rolling down his eyes.
वो जो मुझे एक सीन याद आता है, जब हम मेरे साथ जो मेरा भाई था आर्मी में था, तो जब वापस जाते हैं ना, तो जो बाबा की भंडारी है ना, वो डालने के लिए ऑफिस में जाते हैं जहाँ ईशु दादी बैठते पांडव भवन में। तो हम दोनों गए, वो तो आर्मी के ड्रेस में था, और जैसे हम एंटर किया तो वहाँ सारी दादियां था, मनमोहिनी दीदी, प्रकाशमणि दादी, गुलजार दादी, सब एक पलंग था उसके ऊपर बैठे थे। सोफे पे दादी बैठी थी, मनमोहिनी दीदी बैठी थी। और जैसे हम गए तो एकदम शांत हो गए सारे, एकदम दादियां खिलखिला के हंसते खेल रही थी ना, शांत हो गए। फिर जैसे हम गए तो दादी को पता चला कि ये भंडारी डालने के लिए आए, तो उन्होंने इशारा किया उधर। और जैसे हम वापस आ रहे थे तो दीदी ने रुकाया, रुको ऐसा करके, और कहा दादियों को सलोट नहीं मारोगे? तो फिर हमारा जो भाई आर्मी में था ना, एकदम ऐसे सलोट मारा। तो उसके रिप्लाई में दीदी ने भी सलोट किया और सब लोग इतना जोर से हंसने लगे, फिर से जैसा वैसा माहौल हो गया था।
So this is one of the incident he was sharing first time when he was in Madhuban. So as he was leaving, so one of our tradition is like we go to Baba's Bandara where we put our donations into the box, right? And as he walked into that room, he had a golden opportunity to have all dadis sitting there in the office, right? He has Dadi Prakashmani, Didi, Mama, and the Chandramani, and there's all the dadis were there sitting there. Sorry, Mama was not there. She left the body by. So all the daddies were there, and he went there with his brother. His brother works he's in an army, and he was in his uniform, Indian Army uniforms and uniform. As he went, and the daddies directed him to deposit your donations there. And then as he was leaving, daddy said, so are you not going to salute to the daddies? And his brother, he's a military person, and then he's when he salutes it, it's very strong, and then you feel the energy when they salute it. So much respect, so much regard, and then very sincere, right? And then he saluted each and every dadi, and then dadi back, right? So it is like a spiritual army by itself, right? It was a beautiful scene that he remembers.
फिर जब मैं यहाँ से घर गया तो मेरा मन ही नहीं लग रहा था घर में जाने के बाद। तो जैसे ही दीदी ने शरीर छोड़ा, मनमोहिनी दीदी जी ने शरीर छोड़ा, तो मैं अकेला ही वापिस मधुबन आया। तो प्रकाशमणि दादी ने कहा तुम क्यों आए? बोला दीदी ने शरीर छोड़ा ना। तो बोला दीदी को तुम वापिस लाओगे क्या?
So his heart was set on Madhuban. When he went back, he could not sit with that. And then when Didi left the body, and then he came all alone by himself. And just imagine, it is he is in his teens, right? And in those days, there's not that easy transportation. He's somewhere in south in Maharashtra. From there, he went all the way to Mount Abu. I can't even imagine, right, at that age in India, because there's not much transportation available. So he went all the way there, and then to look to see Didi when she left the body. And then Dadi Prakash Mani asked, like, okay, so you came all alone from here? And then he said that, oh, Didi left the body. I want to see her for the last time. And then Dadi said, like, oh, okay, so are you going to bring her back now? And then बताइए.
तो फिर इस प्रकार से 2-3 साल चला। जैसे एग्जाम पूरा होता था मैं माउंट आबू आ जाता था। फिर 1986 रक्षाबंधन का दिन था, तो उसके पहले मैं यहाँ सेवा कर रहा था। तो दादी जी ने कहा अभी तुम छोटे हो, अभी तुमको जाके सेवा करनी चाहिए, पढ़ाई करनी चाहिए। तो दादी जी को मैंने कहा अच्छा ठीक है दीदी, दादी जी मैं राखी बांध के चला जाऊंगा।
So when so his heart was set in Madhuban. Any opportunity he gets, he used to come to Madhuban. And it was after his exams. You know, in India we have. I mean, it's expensive to transportation in those days in the 80s, right? Especially, I remember. I'm just adding to what he said. Like in India, we have something called railway reservation. If you have if you after completing your final exams of that year, so students will get 50% discount on the train ticket. So he put Madhuban as his home address. Just imagine, he put Madhuban as his home address, and then he got a concession form, like railway concession form, where you get a 50% off on your train ticket, right? And then he already put his mind that, hey, my home is Madhuban on the railway concession ticket. And then whenever he gets a chance, he used to immediately after exams, he used to go to Madhuban. And this continued for a few years.
तो इसके बाद मैं अभी राखी बांध के ओम शांति भवन में सबको, मधुबन निवासियों को दादी राखी बांध रही थी। तो मैंने कहा कि मेरा तो लास्ट डे आज, तो मैं सबसे लास्ट में राखी बांधूंगा। तो मैं पूरे सभी ने राखी बांधा, मैं लास्ट में गया और दादी जी ने राखी बांधा। फिर मेरे को ऐसे जोर से हाथ पकड़ा, ऐसे जोर से, और बोला कि आज से तुमको कहीं नहीं जाना है। तो मुझे तो इतनी खुशी होगी कि मेरे को तो बहुत बड़ी लॉटरी मिल गई कि दादी जी ने मुझे समर्पित होने की छुट्टी दे दिया, और तब से लेके मैं फिर बाबा की सेवा में लग गया।
Beautiful. So one of the trips when he was coming back, it was Rakhi time, and where Dadi was tying Rakhi to each and every Madhuban Nivasis. And for those who are new here, so I just want to give a quick intro that Rakhi is a very powerful festival that we celebrate. Rakhi is filled with a lot of vibes, a lot of love. The whole atmosphere is transformed. And just imagine being in Madhuban, being amongst Dadis, have in that powerful place, being amongst the powerful souls. And at the time of Rakhi, so you are getting Rakhi tied. And then that day happened to be a last day where he has to head back to his hometown. And he went at the end to Dadi, and then he got his Rakhi tied. And Dadi said, held his hand tight and gave Drishti and so much love. And then she said that I'm not going anywhere from now onwards. That was a heart-touching moment he had.
तो एक बार ऐसे ही हमारे बम्बई के भाई बहनों ने मधुबन के लिए नया बस दिया, एकदम न्यू बस दिया। तो दादी का दिल था कि चलो मधुबन निवासी को इनको बम्बई भेजते घूमने के लिए। तो अभी मेरा घर भी उधर ही था। तो दादी, हम भोली दादी के पास थे, तो भोली दादी को मैंने कहा मैं दादी मैं जाके आऊँ घर। तो भोली दादी ने प्रकाश मनी दादी को पूछा। तो बस में सीट तो फुल थी सारी। तो लेकिन दादी ने अच्छा कोई बात नहीं, छोटा है ना, कहीं भी एडजस्ट हो जाएगा। तो मैं मुझे एक मुड़ा दिया गया, भाई मुड़े पे बैठो करके। तो बस तैयार होगी, सब लोग मधुबन निवासी बैठे। फिर दादी जी बस में चढ़ी और दादी जी बस चढ़ के सबको देख रहे। अच्छा अच्छा वो छोटू कहाँ है, सुभाष कहाँ बैठा है, सुभाष कहाँ बैठा, अच्छा ठीक बैठना, और इधर उधर नहीं जाने का, चंचलता नहीं करने का, साथ में रहने का। ऐसे माँ कैसे बच्चों को कैसे प्यार करती है और कैसे ध्यान रखती है। तो इस प्रकार से दादी ने वो पहला मुझे बहुत बहुत अच्छी फीलिंग होगी कि दादी ने मेरा नाम सहित और मेरा कहाँ बैठा है, कैसा बैठा है, सब देखने के लिए खास आई थी।
So he's sharing the incident when all the Madhuban Vasis were going on a trip and they were driving all the way to Bombay, right? And there was a bus, and then bus was kind of full, and he had a desire to go to Bombay. And some of you who might have met Boli Dadi, I haven't met Boli Dadi, but I heard so much about her. She is like a mother in a kitchen. She has so much love. And then he told Boli Daddy, Daddy, I want to go to Bombay, right? And then bus was full, all seats were taken. And she told to Daddy saying that, hey, Subhash Bhai wants to go there, right? And Daddy said like he can adjust anywhere. He's a young one, right? And when he figured it out, and then there is some corner where he was set into. And as the bus was leaving, Daddy came to the bus and then to see them off. Like this is like a motherly love, right? And so why am I sharing all of this thing is to get a feel of what a motherly love feels like. And not only that, but this is coming from a spiritual relationship, right? And that is what is the basis of anything that we go through in this journey. So she went to the bus, and then she was looking for Subhash Bhai, like where is Subhash, how is he? And then she called him, and then said like don't be mischievous, take care of yourself, eat well. And that, you know, that motherly love that we show towards the children, right? And that kind of love he got, and then he was very much touched by that.
ऐसे एक बार की बात है, एक भाई था, वो मुझे ऐसे मजाक करता था, तो 2-3 बार ऐसे मैंने सहन किया। तो बाद में मैंने दादी के पास गया, उधर आंगन में, दादी ये भाई मुझे है ना तंग करता है। अच्छा, तेरे को तंग करता है? तो तुरंत वो हमारे साथ लच्चू दादी थी, वो लच्चू दादी को बोला जाओ उसको बुलाओ। तो वो भाई को बुलाया, दादी ने कहा बच्चे को क्यों तंग करते हो तुम? ऐसे दादी ने बोला। उसके बाद वो भाई मुझे कभी ऐसा मजाक नहीं किया, तंग नहीं किया। तो ऐसी दादी छोटी छोटी बातों का भी बहुत ध्यान रखती थी।
So it's such a beautiful incident where he was showing how dadis are accessible, right? This is not like an organization. Like, so if you're not feeling with one of the incident Subhash Bhai was sharing is when one of the brother was taunting him, like, right? And then he went to daddy, this brother is taunting me. And then so as he was sharing his feelings with daddy, daddy called that other brother, and then she said like, oh, why are you bothering this brother? Don't bother him again, right? So, you know, like, so when two kids fight in the family and then mom takes care of both of them, they don't there is no beating or any of that kind of stuff, but there's so much love. And then since then that brother become friends, and then he never bothered him again.
वो दादी मना हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं, दादी नहीं, हमारी माँ है, ये फील होता था। एक बार हमारा जो लॉस एंजल में राम कुमार है ना, उसको वहां से निमंत्रण आया, तो मैं उसको लेके गया दादी जी के पास। दादी जी ये अभी जा रहा है, उसको अमेरिका जाना है। तो दादी बोला ऐसे खाली हाथ कैसे जाओगे, चलो उसको सौगात देते। तो दादी जी हम लेके गए, मैं और भाई और दादी जी। तो दादी जी ने देखा कुछ सौगात इधर नीचे नहीं है, तो दादी जी सोफे के ऊपर चढ़ी और ऊपर जो अलमारी थी खोल के उसमें से जो अच्छा फ्रेम था बाबा का, वो लिया, निकाला और वो राम कुमार को दिया और कहा कि ये अपने बाबा को अपने साथ रखना। तो इस प्रकार इतना प्यार होता था कि नहीं मुन्नी बहन कहाँ गई, वो कहा नहीं, दादी खुद चढ़ के ऊपर अलमारी से निकाल के इतना प्यार से दिया। मतलब वो तो छोटा घर था उस समय तो।
Such a beautiful incident he was sharing. So some of you who are from LA might know Rambai, the brother who's always smiling, a big wide smile, right? So Rambai was
लॉस एंजल राम कुमार।
हाँ,
राम कुमार लॉस एंजल में रहता था।
हाँ,
डेनिस भाई के साथ।
He used to live along with Dennis Bhai and in LA, and he was visiting Dadi, and then he was leaving Dadi, And Dadi said that, oh, he's leaving, so you should take a gift, and then you're coming from LA, you should take a special gift. And then she was looking for the gift, and there was not other didis were not around, so she herself went around looking for it. And then she ended up climbing up the cupboard, and then she looked around on the attic, and then pulled out a nice beautiful frame of Baba, and then so it is more like, um, it is not like, oh, I am elder, and then I need somebody else to do things for me. She's not like that. She's more like a mother. It's more like a family, and it's more like that intimate relationship that they had.
मुझे मधुबन में भोजन खिलाने की सेवा मिली थी, और जो लिफ्ट चलाते ना, तो वो उस समय तो इतने प्रॉपर लिफ्ट नहीं होती थी, तो एक हमारा आनंद काका थे, उन्होंने एक लिफ्ट बनाई बहुत कम खर्चे में वेल्डिंग करके। तो उसमें क्या होता था कि वो हैंडल से चलाना होता है, तो खाना ऊपर जाता है, नीचे आता है, फिर उसमें एक मोटर लगाई। लेकिन एक बार क्या, वो लिफ्ट खराब हो गई, तो मैं भोली दादी के पास गया, दादी जी लिफ्ट खराब हो गई, अभी तक भोजन नहीं ऊपर चढ़ा। तो भोली दादी ने कहा जाओ 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 बड़ी दादी के पास, मतलब प्रकाशमणि दादी के पास। मैं दौड़ते दौड़ते गया दादी जी के पास। दादी जी वहां लेटर पढ़ रही थी वो ऑफिस में। तो दादी जी ने, क्या हुआ क्या हुआ? तो मैंने दादी जी को कहा, दादी जी 12 बजने वाला है, अभी तक भोजन नहीं आया डाइनिंग में। अच्छा ऐसी बात है, चलो ना मैं आती हूँ ना साथ में। तो दादी जी मेरे साथ डाइनिंग में आई। तो मैं सोच रहा था कि दादी क्या करेगी अभी, दादी थोड़ी पतीले उठेगी, दादी ऐसे, मैंने छोटी बुद्धि थी ना, ऐसे सोचा। जैसे दादी डाइनिंग में आ गई, तो सारे लोग इकट्ठा हो गए, अरे दादी जी आई दादी जी आई। दादी जी ने कहा चलो सुभाष के साथ जाओ, और वो नीचे जो भोजन है ना भंडारे में, उठा के लेके आओ। तो 25-30 भाई एक साथ दौड़े, और पतीला, 4-4, 5-5 लोग पतीला उठा के, लिफ्ट करके उठा के सीधा चौथी मंजिल पे डाइनिंग में लाया। तो 5 मिनट के अंदर सारा खाना भी सेट हो गया, और 12 बजे बराबर गीत शुरू हुआ और भोजन चालू हो गया। तो ये दादी की विशेषता थी कि ऐसा नहीं कि उसको बोलो उसको बोलो, नहीं, खुद आके हमारे साथ मदद किया था दादी जी ने।
So it's a beautiful story he was sharing, where this is the same quality Brahma Baba tried to approach, right? He never used to tell people, you should do this, you should do that. And then Dadi also embodied the same quality. And one situation where he was telling that he was taking care of the dining and in Panda Bhavan, and they had a lift through which from the kitchen they take the food to the dining hall. And on that day the lift was broken. So, and it was almost 12 o'clock, and then he realized that, oh, the food is still here, people are about to come, and then it has to start sooner. And then he told the Boli Dadi, who's taking care of the kitchen, and then Boli Dadi said, like, go and then tell Dadi, and then she'll do something about it. And then he ran to Dadi, and then Dadi said, he went to Dadi and said that, oh, we have the time, it's about time for the dinner, lunch, and the food is still not there because the lift is broken. So Dadi herself came. As Dadi came, all the brothers followed her, right? And then as the brothers followed her, she told that, oh, let's take the food up to the dining hall, everyone is ready. And there are 20, 30 people, brothers already there, right? And they themselves picked it up and then took it to the dining hall, and it all done in within few minutes. So just to see the amount of service that happens there, and how do they approach getting things done, is what our brother is sharing. So it is more like a big family, it's very intimate, and this is what he has his personal experience with.
अभी मैं गुलजार दादी के 1-2 बातें सुनाता हूँ, ठीक है ना दादी का। तो सबसे पहले हम 84 में दादी जी हमारे पास डाइनिंग में वहाँ पांडव भवन में खाना खाने आती थी। तो जैसे मैं छोटा था, तो दादी जी ने पूछा क्या लक्ष्य है आपका? तो मैंने तुरंत बोला लक्ष्मी नारायण बनने का। तो दादी ने कहा अच्छा लक्ष्मी नारायण, पहले श्री कृष्ण बनना पड़ता है, पहले राधा कृष्ण बनो बाद में लक्ष्मी नारायण बनो। तो ये दादी गुलजार दादी का पहला जो सामने सामने मुलाकात था वो हो गई थी हमारी।
So he's sharing all the experiences with different daddies. And then why am I bringing this thing up in this today's topic is the power of love that you experience with not just from your bodily relationships, but also from somebody who's spiritually connected. How deep is that? That is the safety net, right? So, and then so he's sharing his personal experiences with Dadi Gulzar. And once Dadi Gulzar asked, like, what do you want to become? And then Subhash Bhai said that, look, I want to become Lakshmi and Narayan. And Daddy said, like, you want to become Lakshmi Narayan? How can you become Lakshmi Narayan without becoming Krishna first, right? You have to become Krishna first. And then he's saying, oh, she's smart. Yeah.
तो जैसे ज्ञान सरोवर बन गया तो दादियों का कनेक्शन हमारे साथ बहुत बढ़ गया, क्योंकि जो भी आते थे भोजन करने हमारे पास आते थे, तो जो भी दादियों की सेवा करने का मौका मिलता था। तो एक दिन क्या हुआ, दादी जी शांतिवन में थी, गुलजार दादी जी शक्ति भवन में। तो हम लोग का मन किया चलो दादी को मिल के आते, बहुत दिन हो गया। तो मेरे साथ और एक भाई था, हम दोनों गए दादी के पास। दादी के बेडरूम में बैठे बातें करे, क्या प्रोग्राम है, विंग के प्रोग्राम चल रहे ऐसे ऐसे। तो दादी जी ने कहा अच्छा 2 मिनट बैठना, मैं अभी आती हूँ। तो हम सोचा चलो कुछ काम से गई होगी दादी। तो दादी जो वापिस आई ना, तो दादी जी के हाथ में 2 टोली की प्लेट, उसमें नमकीन मीठा वो सारा ऐसे दादी तैयार करके, जैसे सामने दादी जाए तो एकदम हम चौंक गए, अरे दादी जी आप ये क्या करे? तो दादी जी बोलती, मैं जब ज्ञान सरोवर में आती हूँ तो आप कितना खातिरी करते, मैं भी करूंगी। तो ये दादी का देखो प्यार कितना, मतलब जिस दादी को देखने के लिए लोग तरसते, वो दादी जी हमको इतना मतलब प्यार से प्लेट दे रही है।
Beautiful. So he's sharing experience with Dadi Gulzar where Delhi, right? Subhash bhai, Delhi में मिले थे वो?
नहीं नो, हियर ये हम लोग ज्ञान सरोवर
मधुबन।
से शांतिवन गए थे, शांतिवन
अच्छा,
दादी
शांतिवन
जो
गए थे।
कॉटेज।
हाँ
हाँ
हाँ। So Subhash bhai takes care of upstairs like Madhuban and Pandav Gyan Sarovar, and then he went down to visit Dadi Gulzar in Shantivan. And when he went to visit Dadi Gulzar, she said like, just wait, I'll be back. And then she went inside. She took a plate, and then she put all kinds of tolis, right? The savories and sweets and all tolis. And then she brought that toli plate to Subhash bhai. And then he said like, hey, what? And then he felt like, what is Daddy doing now? Right? And Daddy said like, look, you guys do so much for me when I come upstairs, and I should also do something for you. And if you can see the way daddies think about you and the way daddies respond to you, how do they relate to you, right? It's so deep, so intimate, so personal. It's a beautiful
जब मुझे 2008 में जब कैंसर हुआ था, तो मैं जानकी दादी के पास गया था मिलने के लिए। तो जानकी दादी ने मेरा हाथ पकड़ा और गुलजार दादी के पास गई। यहाँ ज्ञान सरोवर की बात है। और गुलजार दादी के पास जाके, दादी देखो ना मेरे भाई को क्या हो गया है, ऐसे बोलते। तो गुलजार दादी बोलती, कुछ नहीं, ये छोटा सा पेपर है ना, इसे पास कर देगा। तो देखो ये जैसे वरदान दादी का, जैसे बाबा ने जैसे वरदान दिया मुझे।
अच्छा, ये कब हुआ था? ये कैंसर के टाइम पर?
ये 2008 की बात है।
अच्छा, उसी टाइम का कैंसर?
हाँ 2008 की बात है ये।
अच्छा,
2008 में जब जानकी दादी के पास मिलने के लिए गया था, तो जानकी दादी गुलजार दादी के पास, वही बाजू में रूम था ना, वहां लेके मेरे भाई को क्या हो गया ऐसे कहते। तो दादी ने, कुछ नहीं, ये छोटा सा पेपर है ना, पास कर देगा।
वो पेपर या कैंसर के बारे में बोल रहे थे?
हाँ कैंसर पेपर माना कैंसर का पेपर।
Okay. So Subhash bhai in 2008 he was affected by the cancer, and then he went to Dadi Janki to meet her. So when he went to Dadi Janki, Dadi took him to Dadi Gulzar, and then she's like, Dadi, what happened to my brother? And Dadi Gulzar said that, oh, no problem, this brother is this is just a small test paper, he will get through this thing, So that is the kind of concern dadis used to have for the brothers and Madhuban Vasis especially. And you can just imagine, right? Like if she could have as well said that, oh, everything will be all right, and then gave some gyan and then said like, okay, go ahead and do your own purshat. It's up to you, your problem, right? Instead of that, she said like, no, we should do something about it. She Dadi Janki took him to Dadi Gulzar and then said like, what should we do about it? And then and this is the kind of concern and love that they showed towards him.
एक बार ऐसे मैं बॉम्बे में हॉस्पिटल में एडमिट था, अपना BSS हॉस्पिटल। तो उस समय गुलजार दादी कुछ काम से आए थे उधर पार्ला में, और एक दिन जो हॉस्पिटल में अकाउंट डिपार्टमेंट था उसका उद्घाटन करने के लिए आए। उद्घाटन करके नेपेंसी रोड चली गई दूसरे सेंटर पे। वहां एक भाई ने बोला कि दादी सुभाष को मिले क्या? बोला नहीं, तो नहीं वो हॉस्पिटल में है। अच्छा अच्छा, फोन लगा दो उसको। तो फिर वो भाई ने फोन लगा के दिया मुझे, फोन बात कराया। फिर दादी जी जो फोन पे बात करती वो मैं आपको सुनाता हूँ। दादी जी ने कहा, देखो ना मेरे से एक भूल हो गई। मतलब दादी आपको क्या भूल होगी? आपको पता नहीं था ना इसलिए। नहीं नहीं, भूल तो भूल होती है ना, मैं हॉस्पिटल में आई और आपको मिली ही नहीं। तो मैं तो एकदम हैरान हो गया, दादी जी का फोन आया मुझे, दादी जी का फोन आया। तो दादी बोले, अच्छा अभी जल्दी जल्दी ठीक होके जल्दी बाबा के घर पहुंच जाओ। तो जस्ट इसमें जैसे एक वरदान था, ब्लेसिंग था कि अभी मुझे मरना नहीं, अभी जिंदा रहना है क्योंकि घर वापस जाना है। तो ये भी एक बाबा का एक वरदान मिला था। और उस दिन रात को पूरी रात मैं सोया नहीं। मुझे दोनों आंखों से पानी आने मतलब आंसू आने लगे कि दादी जी ने मुझे दादी माना कौन है? बाबा। बाबा ने डायरेक्ट। तो जैसे अव्यक्त बाबा मेरे सामने पूरे रात भर घूम रहा है और इतनी खुशी हो रही है कि दादी जी ने फोन किया, दादी जी ने फोन किया। तो इसमें भी हमारी एनर्जी इतनी बढ़ जाती है थी कि मतलब खुशी बहुत होती थी।
Beautiful experience. Subhash Bhai was going through the cancer treatment in Bombay in one of the hospitals there, and which was actually taken care by the Brahma Kumaris in Bombay. And Dadi came to the hospital to inaugurate one of the departments, accounts department there. And immediately after inaugurating the accounts department, she went to the center to do some other service there. So there, one of the brother asked her, like, Dadi, did you meet Subhash? Subhash was there in the hospital. And then she like, what? Subhash was there in the hospital? So then she immediately asked him to make a call to Subhash Bhai. She immediately called Subhash Bhai on the phone. And on the phone, the first thing she says to Subhash Bhai is like, Subhash Bhai, I did a mistake. So some mistake happened to me. And then this is Dadi telling. And then he said, like, what mistake, Daddy? And then she said that, like, see, I came all the way to the hospital and I didn't get to meet you. And then I totally missed it out and I forgot about that. And then Subhash Bhai said, like, Daddy, you didn't know that I'm here. So it is okay. No. And then Daddy said that, see, mistake is a mistake. Either you know or didn't know it. So, and then she said that, okay, so now you should get ready. You should come home sooner. And then she gives so much love. And that incident really touched him to the core. And whole night he was awake. And then, Dadi Gulzar, for most of you who don't know, Dadi Gulzar is in her body comes Baba. And then he gives all the murlis, all the gyan that we hear in Brahma Kumaris comes from Baba. And once Baba became Avyakt, he started coming in Dadi Gulzar's body and gave. So for most of us, Dadi Gulzar is an embodiment of Baba, right? So when Dadi called, he had this deep feeling that God himself came to me, called me, right? And then the desire to live, to fight back whatever cancer he was going through became very strong. And then he has so much zeal and enthusiasm. I need to get back to my home, get back to my family, my daddies. And then that was a love that pulled him back and then recovered it. Whole night he was crying and Baba was all in his mind. Baba is all around him with so much blessings and love and power, a lot of power that comes from it. Thank you.
एक बार ऐसे मैं मेरे कमरे में बैठा था। और उसी दिन बाबा अव्यक्त बाबा का आना था डायमंड हॉल में। तो हमारे रेडियो में वो गीत बज रहा था, तो अभी बाबा भी दृष्टि देने लगा था। तो अचानक मेरे को लगा कि मैं बाबा के साथ बातें करने लगा। बाबा को कहा, बाबा वहाँ 25,000 लोग बैठे हैं, आप उसको मुरली सुनाओगे और मैं अकेला बैठा हूँ। और मेरे आंखों से ऐसे पानी आने लगा इतना सारा। तो देखा जैसे मुरली शुरू होती है, तो मेरे जो कमरे में जो बाबा का फोटो है ना, वो फोटो में से बाबा धीरे 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 मेरे पास, मेरे बाजू में बैठे। और पूरा सवा घंटा बाबा ने मुझे मुरली सुनाई। मेरे में तो इतनी एनर्जी, इतनी शक्ति आ गई। मैं उठ के, मैं उठ भी नहीं सकता था। जब मुरली सुना मैंने, उठ के डाइनिंग में चला गया, इधर उधर घूम रहा हूँ। तो सब बोला, अरे इधर क्यों घूम रहा है, तुम बीमार है ना, तुम्हें तबीयत ठीक नहीं ना, तुम इधर कैसे घूम रहे? लेकिन मेरे में तो इतनी शक्ति, इतनी एनर्जी आ गई थी। तो ये जीवन का बहुत बड़ा अनुभव मेरे बाबा ने जो मुरली डायरेक्ट सुनाई, वो मैंने किया।
Beautiful experience. One experience about another, right? And now he's taking it to the personal experience that he had with Baba himself, right? And once when he was in his room because he was sick, he could not come out of the room, and he was listening to Baba's Murli on a TV screen. And it was in Shantivan. There was 20,000+ people who were there, and then he had this deep feeling that, Baba, you are giving this Murli only to the 20,000 people. What about me? Right? And he has this deep feeling, and all of a sudden he had this strong feeling that Baba walked out of the screen and sat next to him. I have seen his room. He has this little sofa kind of thing where he was sitting, and then Baba was sitting next to him. Whole 1.5 hour or 2 hours where he was Baba was giving Murli, he was giving personal Murli to him, and he has so much love, so much energy, so much sense of Baba's presence next to him. He had so much energy all of a sudden. And with that energy, he started going out and walking around, and a lot of energy that he started getting. And people are saying, like, what happened to you? You're sick, you're walking around and moving around. What are you doing? Right? And so that is the kind of love. In other words, you see, one level of love is that you get from your parents and friends and family. And the other level of love is you get the love that you get it from dadis and didis, right? It is totally spiritual. There is no ties. There is no reason why they should invest their time, energy, emotion, thoughts for you, right? At that time, at that spiritual love, when you are deeply connected to that, it will take you to the next level, right? And now from that love, you go closer to Baba, and then you get to feel that sense of belonging. We say that, oh, God is my father. Like, do you really feel that sense of belonging, that sense of love, right? And especially when you start feeling this, that is what gives you so much strength to get through a lot of these tough times and the test papers like cancer. Thank you, Subhash Bhai.
जैसे मुझे पता चला एक कैंसर है, तो मैंने बाबा को ब्लेम नहीं किया बाबा के ऊपर कि बाबा मैं इतने सालों से मैं आपका हूँ, मैं मुझे ही क्यों ऐसा हुआ, ऐसे मैंने ब्लेम नहीं किया। मैं सोचने लगा कि इस बीमारी से मुझे अभी फायदा क्या लेना है। बाबा को कभी मैंने दोष नहीं दिया कि बाबा मुझे ही क्यों बीमारी है ऐसी करके। तो मुझे इस बीमारी से फायदा क्या लेना है, इसके बारे में सोचना शुरू किया मैंने।
So this is one of the key things he was sharing now, how he approached this difficult thing, right? Especially if you see, he is living in Madhuban, right? And this tough situation came when he was living in Madhuban, right? Like, I mean, you will not get that. It's a big family, right? And when he got into this situation, he said, like, I spent so much time for Baba, so much service for Baba, and he never even had a thought saying that, like, why is this happening to me, right? Most of the time we have this question, why me? Why is this happening to me? Why now, right? He was telling to himself that, like, he never even had a thought that why is this happening to me, even though after doing so much for Baba, right? And his thoughts were more about like, this is my accounts. Subhash Bhai, बोलिए.
तो फिर मैंने इसका ये बीमारी है तो है ही। अभी इसको हम पॉजिटिव लेके उससे फायदा कैसे लेना चाहिए, तो सबसे पहले मैंने काम शुरू किया, जितने भी मेरे पेंडिंग काम थे, जैसे कि मेरा लिटरेचर काफी पढ़ना बाकी था, तो जो जगदीश भाई जी ने लिखा था, तो मैं लिटरेचर पढ़ना शुरू कर दिया। मैं जो अव्यक्त मुरलिया जो थी उसको लैपटॉप में डाउनलोड करके वो देखना शुरू कर दिया। और दूसरा मैं ड्रिल बहुत करता था कि यहाँ से धीरे धीरे परमधाम जाना, परमधाम से वापिस आना, परमधाम जाना, हजारों बार, दिन में हजारों बार करता था। तो जब भी मुझे शरीर में बहुत दर्द होता था ना, तो उससे मुझे बहुत रिलीफ मिल जाती थी। और सबसे पहला मैं संकल्प किया था कि ये मेरा हिसाब किताब है, तो मैं औरों को क्यों बताऊं? अगर औरों को बताऊंगा तो उनको भी पेन हो जाएगा, उनको भी तकलीफ हो जाएगी। तो मेरा जो हिसाब किताब है मुझे पूरा करना है। तो इस प्रकार मैं कितना भी दर्द होता था मैं किसी को बताता नहीं था, एकदम सहन करता था, अंदर ही अंदर सहन। और उस समय ये जो यहाँ से परमधाम जाना, परमधाम से वापिस आना, ये ड्रिल मैं बहुत किया था उस समय।
Beautiful. So he had this thought like, how am I going to take advantage of the situation right now? So then he started doing three things. One is like he said like, oh, there's so much literature, especially for those for brothers. Jagdish Bhai is a big role model for a lot of brothers. He said like, hey, Jagdish Bhai has written so many books. I haven't read through them, and I'm going to take opportunity to go through all the books that Jagdish Bhai has said. And then the second thing is he said like, hey, Baba gives so much Avyak Murlis. I have to go through all of the Avyak Murlis. He downloaded all the Avyak Murlis and videos into his laptop and started watching all those things. And then the third thing he started doing is like, now I need to do a lot of my practice of having yoga. So he started doing this drill, personal drill, that I'm going beyond the body, I'm the soul, I'm going beyond, I'm going to the soul world, I'm in the canopy of Baba's love, I'm soaking in that love, light, and the rays of power into myself. And this is the practice that I started doing throughout the day for thousands of times throughout the day, and it gave me a lot of strength and power.
उस समय मैं एक और अच्छा अभ्यास करता था
Yeah,
कि
I just
बाबा,
want to add one ek
हाँ,
aur cheez. So and he also said like, why his attitude was more towards like, he never said to himself that, hey, this is my karmic accounts, why should I start spreading it out all around, to telling to every people and every person who come across uh, my path, right? And this is my karmic account, I should take care of myself. And then he didn't spread the news, he didn't tell everyone and anyone who comes across. And like, so we share to gain some sympathy. It's not just sympathy to share to get some love back. But he never did that, and then he just put it to himself. He did what he has to do, and this is the practice that he was doing, and taking full advantage of that time off that he got. I wouldn't say time off. He took itself as a time off and then went deeper into this practice. Subhash.
फिर उसमें मैंने देखा फायदा ये हुआ, अगर पॉजिटिव चीजें हम ले लेते तो आपको वाइब्रेशन भी पॉजिटिव मिलते हैं। और उसमें मैंने देखा हमारे परिवार में करीब करीब 50-60 लोग ज्ञान में हैं, 50-60 लोग। तो वो सबका दिल होता था कि मैं सेवा करूं, मैं सेवा करूं। तो सबसे पहले हमारे एक कजन ब्रदर था और मेरा भाई की लड़की थी, तो ऐसे दोनों सेवा में आए। अब उनका प्रोग्राम था वहाँ यहाँ एक बार आके फिर बाबा शादी विधि करेंगे, कुछ ऐसा प्लान था उनका। तो इधर आई तो मेरा जो डाइट था, फीका खाना होता था। और फिर ये सेवा करके फिर वो आर्ट गैलरी सेवा करती थी। तो क्या हुआ, 1 मास हो गया, 2 मास हो गया, 3 मास हो गया। 3 मास के बाद उनका मन बदल गया। और यहाँ भट्टी का प्रोग्राम था कन्याओं की, तो भट्टी के प्रोग्राम में चली गई। और उसके बाद दोनों की दोनों बॉम्बे चली गई, सेंटर पे रख दिया उनको। उसके बाद दूसरी और आई 2, वो भी ऐसे, वो भी आई, सेवा किया। अब 1 मास, 2 मास, 3 मास रही, वो भी सेंटर पे चली गई। तो ये बीमारी के समय 4 तो ब्रह्मा कुमारी बन गई। और कई लोग तो ज्ञान में तो चली, लेकिन प्रॉपर 4 ब्रह्मा कुमारी बने इसमें।
Beautiful. So one of the main things he was sharing that it's a takeaway for all of us is, especially when the situation happens, right? So when we go go lower, and if we don't put out the positive energy out, we won't get the positive feedback from others either, right? So he always was holding this positive energy, positive thoughts, positive feelings towards himself. And in his family itself, there are almost like 60 to 70 people who follow the Gyan. And in that time, a lot of people, because of his positive outlook, and then he was not sobbing or crying and not like a low energy, he was always like holding to his positive energy. A lot of people wanted to serve him. So a couple of his own cousins and nieces came to Mount Abu. Otherwise, they generally come to meet Baba and then they used to leave. So they came to take care of the brother for the food and all kinds of stuff. And when he was, they once after doing the service, it was in Gyan Sarovar. Gyan Sarovar has a beautiful museum. So she used to do the service in the museum to tell the knowledge and introduce everyone, right? So she got inspired by that, and then she had an opportunity to attend one of the bhattis of Kumari's bhattis. And Samarpan, is that right? Samarpan Samaroh.
Yeah.
So
when bhatti
Bhatti,
कन्याओं की bhatti, Kumari bhatti.
So she got a chance to attend one of the bhattis where all the Kumaris get together and then meditate and go into the deep contemplation and go into that pure experience, right? So she got an opportunity to attend one of those things. And once like this, two of her relatives came and attended, and then they were deeply touched by it. And then once they went back, they got surrendered into the center, and then they moved into the center. Like that, there are four of his own family members who came to serve him. Instead, they took a lot of benefit, and then that itself transformed their life for the good of themselves and for the whole community. It's a beautiful. So when you take advantage of the situation positively, the things will start happening. And then there is a deep secret. The more service will start happening.
ये मैं जब बॉम्बे में चेकअप के लिए गया, उसमें फिर मेरा रिपोर्ट आया, नेगेटिव रिपोर्ट आया, तो सबसे पहले मैंने गुलजार दादी को फोन किया, दादी मेरा नेगेटिव रिपोर्ट आया है। तो दादी को बहुत ही मतलब ब्लेसिंग दिया, फिर निर्भय भाई को, बड़ों को, सबको बताया। तो बहुत बड़ी खुशी की बात हुई थी ना, तो 2 साल इतना मेहनत करके एक रिजल्ट आ गया। तो ये बड़ों का भी बहुत हमें ब्लेसिंग मिली, आशीर्वाद मिला।
Yeah. So once after a few years, after going through this therapy, he went to the test, and then when the test showed that there is no that the trace of cancer has gone away, the first person he took the news is to Dadi Gulzar. And then when he went to Dadi Gulzar, Dadi Gulzar gave so much love and blessings, and he was telling that all of this thing is possible because of Dadi's blessings and all the love that we received from Dadi's.
हाँ, तो फिर मैंने जब ये सारा एक दिन क्या हुआ, शिवानी बहन आई थी यहाँ, सिस्टर शिवानी ज्ञान सरोवर में आई थी। तो ऐसे बैठे थे भोजन करते करते, मैं उनको ये बातें सुना रहा था, ये ऐसा हुआ, बाबा ने अनुभव कराया, इतनी ब्रह्मा कुमारी बनी। तो उन्होंने कहा, अरे मुझे नहीं सुना, इसको लिखो, इसको लिखो। मैंने कहा ये लिखने जैसा थोड़ी है, नहीं इसको लिखो। तो जैसे उन्होंने बोला, मैंने लिखना शुरू किया 1 by 1 तो इसका एक आर्टिकल बन गया। तो बोला इसको लिखो और ज्ञान अमृत में डालो, सिर्फ मुझे नहीं सुना। मैंने वो करके एक भाई को दिखाया, भाई ये ठीक है क्या? फिर उसने थोड़ा करेक्शन आदि करके ज्ञान अमृत में डाला। तो ज्ञान अमृत में डाला तो उनको इतना अच्छा लगा वो आर्टिकल, उन्होंने इंग्लिश में ट्रांसलेशन किया, वर्ल्ड रिन्यूअल में चला गया, फिर मराठी में, फिर गुजराती में, सारी भाषा में उसका ट्रांसलेशन हो गया। और कई लोग उसको फिर ये टीवी वाले बोलते हमको इंटरव्यू लेना, तो उन्होंने करीब 12 एपिसोड बनाए उसके, 12 उन्होंने। फिर पीस ऑफ माइंड वालों ने, तो कभी ये टीवी में। तो ऐसे ही मैं तो बाबा को बोलता हूँ, बाबा ये बीमारी थोड़ी, ये तो आपने मुझे गिफ्ट दिया था, ऐसे बाबा को बोलता हूँ कि कितनी सेवा हो रही है करके। तो मुझे जानकी दादी की बात याद आती है। जानकी दादी ने मुझे एक बार बोला कि देखो
एक मिनट,
ये तुम्हारी बीमारी है ना, वो बहुत सेवा करने वाले, मैंने कि ये बीमारी कोई सेवा करती है क्या, लेकिन वो वरदान देखो कैसे वो साबित हो गया।
So the brother was sharing as he was going through the tough times of getting through the cancer and the situation. So many people got benefited. Her family came closer to Baba, and lot of her own relatives transformed their life. They surrendered themselves to the idea. And not only that, once Sister Shivani, most of you might have heard Sister Shivani. Sister Shivani came to Gyan Sarovar, and brother takes care of the kitchen, and then he was serving Shivani Ben, and then he was telling like, hey, this is what happened, and he was sharing his experience, how Baba helped him get through the situation, how much love he got from daddies. And as he was sharing, Shivani Ben said, like, stop, don't tell all of these things to me. Write it down, and then share this with everyone. And then there is a lot of articles that are published in Brahma Kumari's Gyanamrut is one of those. And then he wrote the article, he wrote his personal experience as he was going through. And then one of the brother edited, like professionally edited that. And then it was got published in Gyanamrut. And then so people got really inspired, and got translated in many languages, in English and all other. The World Renewal is another magazine, which is in English, where his article, his experience was published. And as he was sharing, it was going on all Indian languages. And also then they started doing the TV series, right? So they ended up creating, in Peace of Mind, they created a 21 series, or 21, right? So there is a whole episode on how his journey through this cancer happened. And then ETV, it is a national television. There also they started asking for his experience, because it is very inspiring, and there's a lot of people going through how do they handle. And he was sharing his personal experience, how he got through, and was doing a lot of service. And Dadi Janki said, look, this disease of yours is doing so much service, and this is going to become a means of serving others and uplifting the community a lot. And at that time, I used to think that, like, how can my disease become a source of service for others? And now I see how all of this, how Baba does magic as we follow through, as we maintain our own stage, as we go through this thing.
तो मैं देख रहा हूँ कि कैसे इसमें बाबा को ब्लेम नहीं करना चाहिए कभी भी। बाबा भाई जो भी हमारा हिसाब किताब है हमें पूरा करना है। नहीं तो लोग क्या होते हैं, हम ज्ञान में है, बाबा के ऊपर बहुत ब्लेम करते हैं, बाबा मुझे ही क्यों किया, ऐसा ही क्यों किया। तो इससे हमने देखा कि इसमें बाबा का अगर ब्लेम नहीं करेंगे तो बाबा की ब्लेसिंग बहुत मिलती है, बाबा के आशीर्वाद बहुत मिलते हैं, और बड़ी-बड़ी परिस्थिति को भी हम पार कर सकते हैं। वो मैंने प्रैक्टिकल अनुभव किया।
So one of the main things is when we get into this tough situation, right? We should never blame Baba or drama or dadis or didis, right? Or our own fortune. So there's a lot of things that have done to us and done by us, and there's a lot of karmic accounts, and then they're all playing up on us. So when you keep this mindset that it is when we stop having this attitude of blaming and taking the ownership, and then acting on that, you'll get so much love, so much blessing, so much strength from not only from Baba and Dadis, from the whole family and the whole universe. And then that is what will become a source of service. And not only it is uplifting you, it is not only settling your own accounts, but it is also making you a means of serving a lot of others.
फिर मैंने ये अनुभव किया, जैसे कि यहाँ हमारे पास ज्ञान सरोवर में 4-5 मास तो सारे विदेशी आते हैं, तो सब बोलते, अच्छा आप कब हमारे पास आएंगे, आप हमारे कब आएंगे, तो मैंने हाँ आएंगे ऐसा बोलते थे। लेकिन अंदर से ऐसा लगता था हम थोड़ी जाने वाले, हम इतना दूर कौन जाए। तो ये बीमारी के बाद मुझे जैसे चांस मिल गया, पहले सिंगापुर, दुबई, मलेशिया, फिर पूरा यूरोप, फिर 2017 में अमेरिका में। तो जिधर भी जाते थे ना, तो सबको ये वर्ल्ड रिन्यूअल में सब पता चल गया था बीमारी के बारे में। तो कहीं भी जाओ ना, तो जब ज्ञान सुनाने शुरू करो, तो बीच में कोई खड़ा हो जाता है, बोलता है नहीं नहीं, आपका अनुभव सुनाओ हमको, आपका अनुभव सुनना है। तो मुझे तो कोई स्टडी करने की जरूरत ही नहीं, वही अनुभव सुनाते रहे सारा पूरे टूर में। तो जब मैं वैंकूवर में गया था, तो वैंकूवर में जब मैं अनुभव सुनाया, तो अनुभव सुनाने के बाद एक माता खड़ी हो गई और ऐसी रोती 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 आई, बोलती पता है आपको किसने बुलाया? मैंने कहा किसने बुलाया, मैं ही आया हूँ ना। नहीं नहीं, मैंने आपको बुलाया। मैं कैसे? बोलते मैंने आपको पीस ऑफ माइंड में देखा, तब से मैं रोज बाबा को अमृत वेला बोलती हूँ, ये भाई से मुझे मिलना है, ये भाई से। आज बाबा ने देखो आपको इधर लेके आया बाबा आपको। तो इतना मतलब माताओं के अंदर भी जो भावना होता है, प्यार होता है, तो ये बाबा की कमाल है सारी।
Beautiful. So the brother serves in Gyan Sarovar, and one of the things he does is like 4 months of the season, there are a lot of double foreigners. Whenever they come, they might have heard about him, and they share. They say like, hey, you should definitely come to US, definitely come to Singapore and Dubai and all these places. And then they're saying that, yeah, this is out of love. They are asking, they're telling all of these things. Well, when am I going to go all these places? Right? And as he was going through, and then they really started inviting them to different places, and he got a lot of chance to go to Dubai, Singapore, and all different places. And he also came to US and Vancouver and all other places. And one of the trips to Canada, he was sharing, wherever he goes, when he started to share his I mean, like when you go to, there will be different classes, right? Whenever you visit different places, and as he was sharing his he was telling that, look, I never have to come up with a concept or material, prepare myself to give a class or anything, because my experience itself is powerful enough, and then everyone wants to hear that, right? And nobody, I mean, whenever he start giving gyan, he says again, no, we want to hear your personal experience, right? And that itself become easy service. And one trip, he had one Mataji from Canada walked towards him, and then he said like, do you know who called you here? And then she said like, oh, who called me? And that did is called me. And then he said like, no, I called you here. Every day at Amrut Vela, I was telling Baba, because she saw him on Peace of Mind and Gyanan articles. She read his articles, and then she get to know him. And every day in Amrut Vela, she used to tell Baba, I need to meet this brother in person. I need to get to know this person better, right? And then she was calling Baba. And then so this subtle pull is what pulls us together, and that is what you say.
तो एक आर्टिकल मैंने पढ़ा था कि जो अमेरिका में रिसर्च हुआ था, उसमें ये बताया था कि ये जो आपका शरीर है, उसका कीमत है 220 करोड़। कितना? 220 करोड़। क्योंकि उन्होंने रिसर्च किया, जैसे नाखून है, बाल है, कान है, हाथ है, उसको अगर अलग करके अगर बेचा जाएगा तो उसका इतना कीमत है। तो जब कैंसर हुआ था, तो मैं 1-2 कदम भी नहीं चल पाता था। तो मुझे वो रियलाइज हो गया कि भगवान ने हमें इतना अच्छा शरीर दिया है, इतना अच्छा 220 करोड़ की कार दिया है, तो इसको यूज कैसे करना चाहिए, उसको चलाना कैसे चाहिए, उसको रखना कैसे चाहिए। तब से हम अपने हेल्थ को भी ध्यान रखना चाहिए। एक्सरसाइज है, वॉकिंग है, जो भी डाइट है, उसका हमें ध्यान रखना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये कार तो हमारी है ना। जिस कार के साथ हम रहते हैं इतने जिंदगी भर, उसको क्या चाहिए क्या नहीं चाहिए, तो इतना तो ज्ञान हमें होना चाहिए। तो उसके बाद हमने शरीर को भी अच्छा चलाना सिखाया। और मैं अभी ऐसा अनुभव करता हूँ, जब कैंसर के पहला था, उससे भी मैं अभी एक्टिव नजर आता हूँ। हर कर्म करते हुए एकदम रिलैक्स, और मतलब कोई भी ऐसा थकावट ऐसी चीज नहीं होती। तो मैंने ये अनुभव किया कि अगर हम अपने को वैल्यू दे, हम कितने महान है। क्योंकि कई लोग अंदर अंदर रोते रहते कि अरे पता नहीं हमें ये नहीं मिला, वो नहीं मिला, वो नहीं मिला। भगवान ने हमें इतना अच्छा शरीर दिया, यही सबसे बड़ी संपत्ति है ना। तो उसका वैल्यू करो, उसको वैल्यू करके उसको ढंग से उसको रखने की आदत डालो।
So brother is sharing a beautiful point, a very valid point which was overlooked. So once he had an opportunity to listen to read an article where he was some person in the West was evaluating the value of a body, right? If you start taking the eyes together and ears together and teeth together and a lot of parts which can be reused and the value of the body, he evaluated a value of the body with all its parts in it comes to 220 crores, which would come into, how much was that? 200 becomes it to 2 billion, something like that, right? And 2.5 billion rupees, right? So he and brother was telling when he saw that thing, Baba, God has given us such a valuable vehicle, right? So if you have your BMW or how careful do you take care of it? And this body is much more valuable. Even if you look at the material value, it is such a costly vehicle that he has given. How precious is the vehicle that God has given us? And then we in our lives we get stuck in that petty things like, oh, I didn't have this thing and that thing, but God has given such a valuable vehicle, like two more than 2 billion uh, rupees worth of a vehicle. How am I going to maintain that? How well am I maintaining that, right? So once my attention fell on that, I started valuing my body and then taking care of the body very well. And especially after getting through the cancer, I feel much more healthier and I take care of the body much more well. And brother eats very healthy food. He also took me to wheatgrass. We used to go for
Yeah.
there. He takes care of the body well, like any other vehicle which needs maintenance. You have to take care of the maintenance of it, right? And definitely what you feel, what you think about it has a direct effect on your body. So that also includes your maintenance, your positive thinking, your feeling, all the blessings that you're getting, right? Holding that pure vibrations in your state of mind and feelings is what comes towards the maintenance of your body, because it is under the influence of your thoughts and feelings, right? Yeah.
तो कहने का भाव ये है कि बाबा ने हमें इतना अच्छा मेडिटेशन सिखाया, योगा सिखाया, हमें इतना अच्छा कर्म करना सिखाया, तो इसका हम प्रैक्टिकल जीवन में कैसे लाभ ले सकते? प्रैक्टिकल जीवन में यूज कैसे कर सकते हैं? तो ऐसे नहीं कि हम योग करें, मेडिटेशन करें, लेकिन जब कोई परिस्थिति आई तो फिर रोना शुरू करें, ये नहीं। तो जो बाबा ने हमें सिखाया अपने जीवन में यूज करना, ये भी बाबा ने हमें विधि सिखाई, उसको करेंगे तो आप सदा खुश रहेंगे, मस्त रहेंगे और कोई भी आपको टेंशन नहीं रहेगा।
See, one of the things brother is emphasizing is the application part of the Gyan. So it is good to understand, comprehend, and have this intellectual stimulation of all the Gyan, but also doing a lot of yoga is also good. But the reality comes when the rubber meets the road. And this is where he is telling when the situations come, this is when we need to apply the Gyan and yoga and all of that thing. And Baba has given so much for us. Not only this precious body, he also gave the knowledge, he also gave so much love, he also gave the access to dadis and have the spiritual relationship. Use all of these things, especially to handle your personal situations, especially the challenges that come on this path on this journey of our life. Application is the key part. Apply.
तो यही तो बाबा ने सिखाया कि बाबा सदा ही हमें बोलते कि तुम एक कदम तो बढ़ो, मैं हजारों कदम तुम्हारे साथ पास आ जाऊंगा। लेकिन हमारा सिर्फ एक कदम डालना हम थोड़ा मतलब डरते हैं, पता नहीं क्या होगा क्या नहीं। लेकिन बाबा ने कहा तुम एक कदम तो आगे बढ़ो, मैं तुम्हें हजारों भुजाओं के साथ मदद के लिए तैयार हूँ। तो अभी जैसे कोरोना काल आया तो बहुत लोगों के मन में आया अभी क्या होगा, कैसे होगा। तो हमें तो पता भी नहीं चला कैसे क्या, आराम से ज्ञान सरोवर में रोटी भी बनाते, सब्जी भी काटते थे, खाना भी खिलाते थे और सफाई भी करते थे, इतना एंजॉय किया। और दूसरा मुझे गिफ्ट ये मिला कि मैं कभी-कभी सोचता था कि दादियों के साथ हम रहे, कुछ अनुभव है तो कुछ लिखूं करके। तो मैंने इस बार प्रकाश मणि दादी के साथ के जो करीब करीब 100 जो अनुभव थे, वो पहले तो जानकी दादी के साथ 50 लिखे, फिर प्रकाश मणि दादी के साथ वाले 100 लिखे, फिर अभी गुलजार दादी के साथ वाले मैं लिख रहा हूँ। तो हमें तो ऐसा टाइम कैसे निकल जाता है पता भी नहीं चलता है। तो समय को, कोई भी परिस्थिति को पॉजिटिव लेके उसको सफल करना, ये हमें बाबा ने सिखाया है।
Yeah, so brother was telling like it is very important to take advantage of the time and take advantage of the situation that we are going through. So one of the situation that we are going through presently is Corona, right? So there is a lockdown, not much is going around. So the team itself is small in Gyansravan now. So they themselves do the cooking, cleaning, chopping, and all the activities there itself. So along with that, he started writing the articles. So he wrote almost 100 plus articles on his personal experiences. It's not just like a general gyan. He was giving his own personal experience of how Dadi sustained, how Dadi demonstrated different qualities, and how Dadi ran the organization with so much love, right? Which is not like any other corporate. Like I personally had an opportunity to read at least 50 of his articles on Dadi Prakash Mani and a couple of articles on Dadi Gulzar. So he wrote more than 50 articles of his personal experiences with Dadi Janki and Dadi Gulzar. He's writing more right now, and take advantage of every situation that comes across. And there is nothing to get confused about. Baba is there, Dadi is there, things are going well, and there is a reason why things are happening.
तो बाबा ने हमको मतलब जैसे ये ट्रेनिंग दिया है, सिखाया है। और जैसे कि हम कोई संकल्प होता है बाबा अगर अंदर से, तो बाबा कैसे पूरा करता है। मुझे याद है जो हमारा एक डाइनिंग है, छोटा वाला डाइनिंग, तो क्या होता है, जानकी दादी, गुलजार दादी हमारे पास खाना खाने आते थे, तो मन में आता था कि दादियों के लिए अच्छा डाइनिंग होना चाहिए, अच्छा डाइनिंग होना चाहिए। तो हमने बना भी दिया, गुलजार दादी ने उसका उद्घाटन भी किया। फिर जानकी दादी भोजन पे आती थी, धीरे धीरे उनकी तबीयत डाउन होने लगी। तो मेरे मन में आता था, यार दादियों के लिए हमने बनाया डाइनिंग हॉल, लेकिन दादी तो कभी खाना खाने नहीं आई। तो एक बार क्या हुआ, जानकी दादी इधर आए थे, दादी व्हील चेयर पे ही थे। तो दादी ने पूछा, हम कहाँ है अभी? तो हंसा बहन, प्रवीणा बहन, हम तो ज्ञान सरोवर में। अच्छा अच्छा, मुझे घुमाओ ज्ञान सरोवर। फिर दादी को कार में घुमाया, वैसे घुमा दिया इधर उधर। फिर दादी को डाइनिंग में लेके आए, तो वैसे डाइनिंग में दिखाते, दादी आप यहाँ खाना खाते थे आप। फिर वो जो डाइनिंग गुलजार दादी ने उद्घाटन किया, जिस डाइनिंग में दादी को जानकी दादी को लाया, तो जानकी दादी ने कहा, मुझे भूख बहुत लगी है। तो हंसा बहन, प्रवीणा बहन सब बोलते, जयंती बहन सब बोलते, दादी आपका भोजन तो पांडव भवन में है। नहीं, मुझे भूख लगी, मुझे इधर ही खाना है। तो जैसे छोटा बच्चा जिद करता है ना कि मुझे इधर ही खाना है, तो हमने कहा कोई बात नहीं, हम अभी दो, दादी एक रोटी तो खाती है और फीकी सब्जी हमारे डॉक्टर निर्मला खाती है, तो वो गरम किया, एक रोटी बनाया और दादी को वही खाना खिलाया। तो देखो एक संकल्प था कि इतना बड़ा मेहनत से डाइनिंग बनाया, दादी ने एक बार भी नहीं खाया, तो वो भी बाबा कैसे पूरा करता है, वो मैंने देखा।
So this is a magical land. Most of you who have been to Madhuban will have this personal experience that when you have a deep thought in Madhuban, it will get fulfilled. If you have even if it is subtle or simple things like, hey, I need to meet this person, you'll find that person before your eyes within few hours, right? And that is a magical land it is. A lot of you might have this experience. And on that note, brother was sharing one of his experience that in Gyan Sarovar, there is a dining place that was created mainly for dadis, and different dadis came and ate. And then he had this thought like, how come Dadi Janki never came and ate in this place? And then we built all of this thing. He had this subtle thought in his mind. And once Dadi was touring around, she was touring around. She was staying at Panda Bhavan, and then she came to Gyan Sarovar. And Dadi said, "Take me around different places." Jayanti Ben was there, Hansa Ben was there, and they were taking Dadi around different places, and then they brought Dadi to the dining hall, and that's where he was showing, oh, this is the dining hall which was inaugurated, and all of a sudden, and Dadi said, now I'm hungry, I want to eat now, right? So, and then Jayanti Ben said, like, Dadi, your food is ready in Panda Bhavan, let's go there and then eat, right? And Dadi said that, like, no, I want to eat it here and I want to eat it now, right? And then she's more like a child, and then she said, like I want to eat it now, I want to eat it here. And then that is when he had this strong feeling that, okay, now Daddy is going to eat here now, right? And then, of course, Daddy is not going to eat a lot of food, but so there's little roti and then little sabji, and Nirmala Didi takes care of Gyan Sarovar, and then she eats very blend food where not much spices, which is very much of the liking of Dadi Janki. So there is the food ready for Nirmala Didi, and then there's some of the food that they used, and they made a very hot, nice garam chapati for Dadi, and see how Baba fulfills even a simple of your heart's desire, right? And that is and Baba uses every opportunity that he gives. And then one of the points brother was sharing in the previous part was, take one step of courage, and then Baba is there for you to give 1,000 times help. And not only 1,000 times helps, he has army of spiritual souls. Like he has dadis, and he has access to all the divine souls. Whole divine family is there, and whole family will come to your rescue. Take one step of courage, and that is what he was telling.
मैंने देखा, ये एक चीज मैंने बहुत नोट किया कि हर एक सबके लिए अपने माँ बाप को बहुत रिस्पेक्ट देना चाहिए, प्यार करना चाहिए। तो मैं जहाँ भी होता था, अमेरिका में आ गया कहीं भी, तो माताजी को रोज गुड मॉर्निंग, ओम शांति जरूर करता था। तो वो भी 100 साल की हो गई थी। तो जब मैं बीमार हुआ था ना, तो 95 साल की थी वो। तो वो कमरे में आके मेरा पूरा शरीर का मसाज करती थी। मैं, क्योंकि जब कीमोथेरेपी होती है ना, तो कोई हाथ अपने शरीर को हाथ भी नहीं लगाए, मतलब इतना वो पेनफुल होता है। लेकिन वो मानती नहीं थी, आती थी खटिया पे और धीरे 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 मसाज करती थी। और उससे क्या हुआ, मेरे नसें है ना खुल गई पूरी, बहुत मसाज करने से, प्यार से। और वो जो रक्त जो है ना पूरा सर्कुलेशन हो गया। तो मेरा कहने का भाव है कि हमारे माँ बाप को हमें कभी नहीं भूलना चाहिए, उनकी हमें सेवा करनी चाहिए। और क्योंकि उन्हों के कारण तो हम यहाँ तक है, तो ये हमें सभी को करना चाहिए। क्योंकि कई लोग बोलते कि यार ये कहाँ फोन करना, कहाँ, तो कम से कम एटलीस्ट दुनिया के किसी भी कोने में हो, आप कम से कम 2 मिनट उनको बोल तो सकते। उसी का कारण उनके अंदर एनर्जी आ जाती है, शक्ति आ जाती है। उनको क्या चाहिए, उनको तो सब कुछ दिया है, उन्होंने सब कुछ तो हमें दे दिया ना। वो सिर्फ क्या चाहते कि हम खुश रहे, हम प्यार से बात करें, यही चाहते हैं ना। तो हमें करना चाहिए ये चीज।
It's really beautiful. Like this is where DK stand out of the whole crowd. So one of the things he is emphasizing is we need to respect our parents, and because of our parents we are here. There is so much love that they have given us. What do they want from us? All they want is your own well wishes, right? They are the well wishers for you all along. So you should always have respect for them, and because of them we were here. And there is this continuation of love, right? It is not like you have love for Baba, not for anyone else. Love for Baba and family, Alaukik family, not for Laukik family. No, you should have the same. So that is where the application part, which Subhash Bhai was telling, that you should same love and regard for everyone else, not just for Baba and family and daddies, but all for everyone else, including your own parents. And it's very important to have that regard. And if you see Subhash Bhai's WhatsApp picture, you'll see his mom. Yes, right. You should take blessings from everyone. not just from Alaukik family. There you go. That is his mom, right? And that's the beauty of bringing that application in action.
हम लोग क्या करते थे, माता जी को बोलते थे कि एक ब्रह्मा भोजन करना है, जितने भी बाबा के बच्चे सबको भोजन कराएंगे। तो मैं माता जी के पास गया था ऐसे, तो माता जी ने कहा, अच्छा तुम बोल रहा था ना ये ब्रह्मा भोजन कब करेगा? तो हमने करेंगे ना। तो माता जी ने, अच्छा मैं मरने के बाद करोगे? तो मेरे को एकदम वो लग गया कि ऐसा कैसे। तो माता जी को 100 साल हो गए थे, तो हमने फटाफट एक्शन ले लिया और उसका इतना धूमधाम से 100 साल मनाया। पूरे गांव में बारात निकाला, रथ पे बिठाया, और सारे जो बिके थे, जो करीब करीब पूरे एरिया के बाबा के बच्चे आए, करीब 1200 लोग। गांव में गाड़ी रखने के लिए जगह नहीं थी, इतने लोग आए। तो सभी लोग ये संदेश लेके गए कि हर एक अपने माँ बाप का रिस्पेक्ट रखना चाहिए, प्यार करना चाहिए, उनको सम्मान देना चाहिए। और जो उधर बैठे थे हॉल में लोग, उनके आंखों में आंसू आ रहा था कि सचमुच कितने भाग्यशाली आत्मा है। और कई लोग, उसके बाद कई लोगों ने ये प्रोग्राम किया, अपने माँ बाप का सम्मान किया, उनको रिस्पेक्ट दिया, प्यार किया। तो ये जाते जाते माता जी ने भी एक सेवा करके गई।
So brother was telling that his mom has a desire, like, so we should do a Brahma Bhojan in our house, right? And then and then I said, like, yeah, we should do a Brahma Bhojan here, and then we should do a small event in our house. And her mom said that, when are you going to do? When I leave my body, that is when are you going to do the thing? And then that really touched me. And then the brother organized a Brahma Bhojan in his village, and a lot of people attended that gathering. Almost like 1,200 people got together for that Brahma Bhojan. Like, there is a small event that he pulled together, and then he did it in his village. And the takeaway from that village was, you should respect your parents, you should give love and regard for your parents. And a lot of people got touched by that message, and not just that message, but the feeling that was filling that atmosphere. And so many people took so much benefit. And even whilst you're serving your own parents, there's a lot of service involved in that. A lot of people take benefit out of it. So that is what Subhash Bhai was bringing attention. Subhash Bhai